I'm Dr. Ben Talei. I'm a facial plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. Common question we get also here at Beverly Hills Center is, when do I do a facelift? Is it too early? Is it do I miss out on anything? Do I have to repeat it in the future? Am I going to age okay if I do it? So we get all these questions, people wondering, when do I do a facelift in my life, and do I do it just once? So this has a lot to do with who you ask, because different surgeons do it different ways. The classic way, which was a mass plication, and I say classic, but most people still do that, is usually you'd wait around probably like 60, 70 years old, because there's some sacrifice to it. And it's classified originally as a rhytidectomy, which means wrinkle removal. And that was just lifting skin, pulling back on the skin, getting rid of some wrinkles. That's not going to help a young person. Later, they said, okay, well, this is scarring a lot, not lasting very long, so let's do a SMAS plication. And that means that they would go lift the skin, then grab the SMAS, which is the lower layer of muscles and fascia, and try to pull that up with stitches. Better result, but also, in my opinion, not super long lasting, especially for the face, so it doesn't do much. So in these situations, you say, well, I'm not going to make someone look that much younger. I'm getting rid of old person wrinkles. Let's just wait till you're 60 or 70, and you're also going to look a little fake, because we got to cut away the sideburn. We hide it, the scar over there, and the sideburn goes up. You get that little kind of alien head on the side. You hollow out on the side over here because you lose fat on the side of the face, which you already lost some before the surgery, so you just made it worse. And in that case, you really wait till you're older. The new way that it's done, which is much more advanced, and it's not super new. It's been going on for about 20 years. I've been doing it for about probably 7, 8, or 9 years, actually. And that is the deep plane lift. And in the deep plane world, you've gone from Fiat to now Ferrari. You're in a much higher grade of improvement. It's a much more natural lift, much more substantial lift, and we're no longer thinking about pulling, tightening, and stretching something. We're actually going in, releasing and repositioning, and now it becomes a soft tissue surgery, not a skin surgery. What that means is we're not just trying to get rid of wrinkles. We're taking droopy tissue that kind of comes down and we're lifting it up, or we're taking necks that have drooped down and recontouring them and tucking them back up. So this is deep plane surgery, and the bigger deep plane you do, the more natural result and bigger result you get, because you release everything in the face. And to conceptualize it, a lot of doctors don't understand this, but imagine someone who sits there and they're pulling up on their face all day long. They're like this, like this, like this. They look at their neck, they're going up, up, up. Well, this is moving all the soft tissues, but relatively greater in the superficial layers than in the lower layers. And we call this a glide plane. So this is a glide plane. It's the top layers kind of lifting up more than the lower. So just what you're doing with your hand is what you need to do in the surgery. And to achieve that, we go into that glide plane. That glide plane is called the deep plane. So we do a deep plane release, meaning we separate the glide plane, so the upper and lower from each other. The smiling muscles stay down, so you don't alter someone's face anymore. You don't make them look stretched and pulled in tight. And you lift everything up, roll it over, put it back down, and that makes it much more natural, bigger lift, bigger improvement. And now you can do this on a 25-year-old. So not saying 25-year-olds need it. For aging, we use it for soft tissue ptosis. So somebody who has naturally super droopy cheeks or naturally has acne and the skin has a lot of redundancy and accelerated aging, we can do a facelift to improve those things. So it is no longer, when you're doing it in the right hands, an age-related question of when do I do it. It's more, let me ask a mechanic, can you mechanically fix this thing for me? Can you do this for me? This is what I need. And then the doctor has to look at you and say, you know what, I can get you that. And the only sacrifice or trade-off that you have now is healing time. You just got to go through this healing time of 3 weeks till you look decent, 3 months till you look event ready, or that your parents would never realize you did anything. So that's where we are now. The other question is, well, am I going to age okay with this? And the old ones, they make you look a little older, even though they got rid of wrinkles, in my opinion. The new ones, which is the deep plane, they don't do that, and you're going to age fine, and you can get it now, and you might repeat it in 10 years, 15 years. So you have to think to yourself, am I going to do this prematurely, or should I wait till I'm ripened, where it's going to make a big difference for me? I'm going to go through this healing time, and it's going to be okay because I know I need this result, and I know I can repeat it one more time in my life. And if I do it again in 15 years, now I'll be over at like 60 years old, and I think I'll be fantastic. That's really the smart way to approach these things. And if you do it properly, you don't need to worry about looking fake, looking weird. You don't need to worry about scars and things like that. I would say when you're searching for these things at a young age, though, you got to be careful, because you go to somebody and you'll ask at a young age, can I get this facelift? And they'll say, oh yeah, you know, you don't want to talk to the artist surgeon who's like, oh, it's so beautiful and artistic and this is everything. And oh, look at this. And they come and grab you and they say, oh, I can just do this little tiny thing. When they talk like that, you have to worry because they're not realistic. And they might say, let's do a mini lift. And a mini lift, the surgeon could be the best surgeon in the world. I'm not talking about that guy. I'm talking about the other one who isn't the best surgeon in the world. They say, let's do a mini lift because you're young. A mini lift when you're young, what they do is they make the cuts, they barely release everything and they pull it. That pull has tension on it because you didn't go do a full release. That tension is going to cause scarring. And now you got a mini result, maximal scarring. So that's the joke about mini lifts. It's mini lift, mini result, maximal scarring. That's really what goes along with those. Another surgeon might call a massive lift a mini lift just to sell it to you. And you might get a good result out of that though. So always just look at the photos and realize the younger you are, the more careful you have to be because there's a lot that you can damage and your skin is more dense and it needs more release. Just like men, a man can't go and get one of these little tiny mass application lifts and get a good result, rarely, because they have dense tissue. And if you don't go release everything, you just try to pull, stretch, and tighten it, they're going to look weird, they're not going to get a big improvement, and they're going to get a bunch of scars. So realistically, best thing to do, research, really go look at all the before and after photos. Don't believe the photos that are one flash before, 4 flashes after, or have different head positions and lighting and all of that. You really got to go analyze that to find the right surgeon who's going to give you the best lift and give you the best advice for the next 50 years.